Breaking tonight, some shocking developments involving a powerful group on the left. The Southern Poverty Law Center just fired its founder, Morris Dees. He has been at the center of the SPLC since 1971, transforming it into a group that has been part of the moral police, targeting conservative organizations by labeling some of them, quote unquote, hate groups. So one of the liberal groups that has been taking shots at our colleague Tucker Carlson and others finds itself tonight in a bit of hot water. Trace Gallagher has the story from our West Coast newsroom. Good to see you, Trace.
Good to see you, Ed. The SPLC has certainly had a rough few years, but the group won't say exactly what led to the firing of co-founder Morris Dees. Instead, the Alabama nonprofit issued a statement saying the conduct of their staff should reflect the group's mission. Quoting here, "When one of our own fails to meet those standards, no matter his or her role in the organization, we take it seriously and must take the appropriate action." The group also plans to bring in an outside organization to assess its workplace practices and climate. For his part, Morris Dees told the Associated Press the matter involved a personnel issue and that he wishes the group luck in the future. SPLC gained notice in the early 80s after suing the KKK on behalf of one of its murder victims, leading to 3 Klansmen firebombing the group's building in 1983. But the organization that claims to target hate has also been accused of engendering hate after adding people like Majid Nawaz and Ayaan Hirsi Ali to its list of 15 anti-Muslim extremists who critics say are the very people doing the work the SPLC is supposed to be doing. In 2014, SPLC also added Dr. Ben Carson's name to the list for allegedly being anti-gay. The group later removed his name and apologized. In 2012, when the Conservative Christian Family Research Council was added to the hate list, a gunman walked into the FRC headquarters in D.C. and shot a guard. The gunman, who was targeting Family Research Council officials, said he wanted to intimidate opponents of gay rights. It's notable the Southern Poverty Law Center has now been deleted from the FBI's list of legitimate sources on hate crimes. Others call it a big money smear machine that uses its nonprofit status to mask highly political fundraising. Ed.
Trace, thanks for laying out the facts. My next guest was once placed on SPLC's hate watch list. Michael Knowles is host of The Michael Knowles Show on the Daily Wire. Good to see you, Michael.
Good to see you, Ed.
Now, Morris Dees has been known, among other things, as the Mother Teresa of Montgomery, and he put you on his hate watch. Why are you a hater,
That's
Michael?
That's right. And this was an amazing example. On their Hate Watch blog, the Southern Poverty Law Center wrote up about a video that I did for PragerU. Now, the irony here is that the video condemned racism. It was explicitly a video about anti-racism, and the Southern Poverty Law Center called it the most egregious video.
They didn't like that you were going after racism?
Which I take as a badge of honor. That's right. They went after, because what it did was it contradicted their narrative. What the SPLC has done, maybe it began as a good organization. It had credibility. It did good work. Morris Dees apparently is being fired over some personnel matter. He should be fired for destroying that once credible organization and turning it into a $500 million smear factory that will go after anyone to the right of Hillary Clinton. To call, I mean, forget me.
Yeah.
I take it as a badge of honor that they call my anti-racist video hateful. But to call Ben Carson an extremist, possibly the most soft-spoken and moderate man in all of America, shows you that they have no credibility whatsoever, and they may have to pay up because they have a lot of lawsuits that they're facing.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be clear, Morris Dees deserves a presumption of innocence. We don't know the details. We're reporting the facts, and we should point out, even if you don't like his politics, going after the KKK was a good thing, and we applaud that for sure.
Of course.
But how did this mission go astray, it seems, and all of a sudden it became about not about going after the KKK, not going after legitimate hate, but using politics and going after people because they're conservative?
All you have to do is look at the bank account. What this enterprise turned into is from one that was legitimately fighting racial bigotry to a major fundraising apparatus that put over $100 million overseas. It became partisan. Even the Washington Post, of all outlets, admitted that it had undermined its own credibility. And now the people that it has smeared are fighting back. The SPLC in recent years has had to pay out millions of dollars in lawsuits to people that it has defamed. The Family Research Council, Gavin McGinnis, the Center for Immigration Studies are all suing them, and they're specifically citing RICO Act violations.
Yeah. Well,
they
we'll
are
follow
describing the.
Yeah.
That's right. We should follow it because they've turned into social media gangsters against the right.
Well, Michael Knowles, he's no hater, and we appreciate him coming in tonight. Thanks, Michael.